Barcelona's Gerard Pique to retire at the end of the season. Barcelona's Gerard Pique broadcasts unexpected retirement, will play final Camp Nou Sport Saturday. Barcelona defender Gerard Pique has introduced that he'll retire from soccer whilst the Spanish league breaks for the World Cup this month. Pique, 35, says Saturday's in shape towards Almeria in La Liga may be his final at Camp Nou for the Catalan membership after 14 years with inside the first crew following his go-back from Manchester United in 2008. Barca then journeyed to Osasuna subsequent week for his or her very last fixture earlier than the World Cup in Qatar. The previous couple of weeks, months, human beings were speaking approximately me, Pique stated in a video published throughout social media. Until now, I even have now no longer stated anything, however now I need to be the only who's speaking approximately me. Like a lot of you, I even have usually been a Barcelona fan. I became born right into a soccer-loving own circle of relatives. From a totally younger age, I did now no longer need to grow to be a footballer, I desired to play for Barca. Recently, I even have notion plenty approximately that kid. If he had been instructed he might fulfill all his desires, that he might play for Barca, that he might win each trophy possible, that he might be a European and global champion, that he might play with the fine gamers in history, that he might grow to be one of the crew's captains. Football has given me everything. You, the fans, have given me everything. And now my early life desires were fulfilled. I need to inform you that I've determined that now could be the time to carry this adventure to its end. I even have usually stated that once Barcelona there may be no different crew, and this is the way it may be. This Saturday's sport may be my final at Camp Nou. I turns into a normal fan, I will guide the crew and transmit my love for the membership to my kids, like my own circle of relatives did with me. And you already know me, in the end I may be returned. See you at Camp Nou. Visca Barca, usually and forever. Pique's grandfather became at the board at Barcelona, and Pique joined the membership's academy in 1997 earlier than leaving for Man United in 2004. After 4 years in Manchester, which covered a season-lengthy mortgage returned in Spain with Real Zaragoza, and 23 first crew appearances for the English aspect, he lowered back to Barca in 2008. Under Pep Guardiola, he became a part of the aspect that gained the treble with inside the 2008-2009 season, and he'll leave having gained 8 La Liga titles and 3 Champions Leagues, amongst many different trophies. He additionally gained the World Cup in 2010 and the 2012 European Championship at some point of a 9 years profession with Spain, at some point of which period he earned 102 caps earlier than retiring from global soccer after the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Pique became ever found in his first 14 seasons with the primary crew, however has fallen down the pecking order this year because the signing of centre-backs Andreas Christensen and Jules Koundé. Despite being 5th preference in his position, with Ronald Araujo and Eric Garcia additionally beforehand of him, Pique has nonetheless made 9 appearances in all competitions up to now this season due to accidents elsewhere. However, after the 3-3 draw towards Inter Milan final month, whilst Pique became singled out for criticism, left-returned Marcos Alonso has been utilized in the front of him in defense, prompting him to keep in mind retiring mid-season regardless of having an agreement till 2024. Barca had instructed Pique with inside the summertime season that mints might be difficult to return back through this season as they regarded to both circulate on or lessen the salaries of a number of the veterans, together with Sergio Busquets and Jordi Alba. Pique, Busquets and Alba have all readjusted their salaries and agreed to discounts and deferrals on their wages at diverse factors in latest years to assist the membership cope with a hard monetary situation. However, with deferred bills due, their salaries soak up a huge chew of Barca's price range and assessment with what number of mints they were gambling beneath Xavi this season. Sources contacted through ESPN had been now no longer straightaway capable of affirm whether or not Pique's retirement intended he had agreed to surrender the debts to him or whether or not a settlement has been negotiated with Barca. Pique, who will flip 36 in January, already has some of different pursuits outdoor of soccer. Through his company, Cosmos, he has made over the Davis Cup tennis tournament, and he is likewise the proprietor of Second Department Aspect Andorra. He has formerly stated that he plans to run for Barca president as soon as he retires, even though in latest years he has recommended that, even though that stays an option, it isn't something he'll in reality pursue.